President of the Fijian Teachers Association, Mr. Donna Halopaki, and the FTA executives, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the Honorable Leader of Opposition, Rotamu Mukeva, the Head of the Council of Pacific Education, Mr. Robinson, leaders of other unions, Mr. Joshua Singh, Akhtar Singh, Mr. Agnew Singh, my senior staff from the Ministry of Education, Regional Arts, Director Primary, Mr. Takali, Director Asset Monitoring, Mr. Manoa Senikarawa. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the kind words of introduction, Madam, and I must say that I'm indeed very privileged to be here and to address you all as you converge for your 2015 annual conference. And President, thank you for a very direct and thought-provoking speech. I liked it. I liked it. I'm getting used to it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to talk on the theme appreciating teachers' contribution to the society, and I want to thank the FTA for choosing this theme. Often we tend to take it for granted, the contribution teachers are making. We often do every now and then say or use the terminology that teaching is a noble profession, but we tend to ignore the contribution the teachers are making towards developing and shaping the future leaders of this country. There's a substantial body of research internationally which affirms that quality education is not only possible without quality teachers. Teachers are at the heart of the education system. Study after study shows that the single most important factor that determines the quality of education a child receives is dependent on one of the many factors, and the one which right on the top of the list is the quality of his or her teacher. Therefore, teachers ought to be given the respect and appreciation they deserve for molding generations and generations of greatness. In the consideration of education quality, teachers are increasingly in the limelight as the most critical determinants to quality education and positive student learning outcomes. Ladies and gentlemen, someone once said, and I quote, "Teachers don't impact for a year, but for a lifetime," unquote. A teacher can make a lasting impression on your mind. This influence persists beyond school, higher education institutions, and becomes the beacon of light, guiding us through the journey of life. Good teachers play the role of a parent, providing encouragement, mentor, inspiration, and invaluable guidance. Ladies and gentlemen, teaching is not easy. Unlike popular self-belief, not everyone can be a good teacher. Sure, you can pursue teaching programs to gain the necessary certification to be a teacher. But a good teacher has to have certain qualities to be an icon of inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, great teachers are those who can extract the nectar of goodness from young aspirants. They can fish out the hidden qualities of every student with words of inspiration, persistent training, and rigid discipline that steer the students in the right direction. Great teachers teach the student to believe that nothing is impossible. They allow the student to think outside the box, question the existing body of knowledge, train them to have a curious mind. Ladies and gentlemen, teachers impact many generations. Everyone has a favorite teacher. We may love this special teacher for his or her charisma, enthusiasm, and knowledge. Often our best memories of childhood revolve around a great teacher who inspired and changed our life, our way of thinking, our way of looking at the world the way it should be. Their words or actions linger in our memory decades after we leave school. Subconsciously, we emulate them as we pass on our knowledge to the next generation. Thus, a great teacher's influence can last for many generations. Ladies and gentlemen, teachers play a key role in our life and have a major share in shaping it. It is a teacher who, with a chalk and board, teaches us the art of living. They nurture talent, cultivate young minds, and make successful individuals and beautiful people out of ordinary girls and boys. They teach us what it means to be successful. They expose us to competition. They tell us what achievement means and teach us what it takes to accomplish something in life. They teach us to dream big and to never fear failures. They are there for us whenever we need them. Ladies and gentlemen, as you convene in these 2 days event, remember to congratulate your colleagues for the hard work, commitment, and dedication they've injected to those at the forefront of our nation today. All those at the helm of leadership today were nurtured by a teacher. It is only fitting that we give credit to them for their staunch contribution to development of future leaders for our beloved nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now revising the evaluation forms for you teachers so we can reward you for your effort. As I've alluded to in a number of other sessions, we are now revising the annual performance assessment forms, and we will now have 20% evaluation attributed to your supervisor's assessment of yourself, 20% evaluation from what your students think about your teaching, and 60% evaluation based on the academic achievement of your students, as we embark on not only input-based teaching, but also input plus output and outcome-based teaching. For those who will perform exceptionally, the salary bracket will increase, and once they reach the highest bracket, they will then be paid a one-off bonus. You would have noted that over the years, salaries remain stagnant unless there is an adjustment made by government. Over those years, over those periods, we are not able to make any adjustments to salary. So those whose performance are exceptionally good or meritorious performance. It is for this reason that once we have this index, where the weightings are given 0.2, 0.2, and 0.6, and we find that those who are achieving an index which is meritorious, probably set at 0.8 or above, would automatically get 1 point salary increment, or one-off bonus if they are on the last point of the salary bracket. As the Minister of Education, Heritage and Arts, I wish to once again express my heartfelt appreciation to all of you for your contribution to the education system today. We differ in views, we are willing to listen and argue it out, but we should not lose sight of the ultimate outcome, and that is the quality of education that the children gets. Ladies and gentlemen, education is paramount concern to everyone in Fiji. It is of national interest. To survive in an ever-contestable world, we need to continuously push the frontier and set new standards of excellence matched by your continuous upgrading of qualifications and knowledge, undertaking open reading, in particular research done by others, and passing this new knowledge to the students. Ladies and gentlemen, I do understand that at the primary and secondary school level, we are mostly engaged in establishing subject matter knowledge, content, and comprehension of it. Analytical ability are mostly left to post-high school education. However, there may be some recent developments in the fundamentals of the subject area that need to be comprehended and passed on to the students. It is this knowledge that we need to pass on to the students so that as they enter the labor market, the industry gets new knowledge from his or her entry. This knowledge won't be found in textbooks which were done some time back. Often this knowledge are captured in journal articles, recent manuscripts. And therefore, our teachers need to continuously read or do open reading and get this new knowledge which is captured in these manuscripts, mostly in journals, and pass it on to our students. Ladies and gentlemen, in our journey to provide quality education, I wish to implore the unions not to compromise on it when dealing with membership rights. You have a broader responsibility to the children of this country. You should stand up and say no to absenteeism, no to unprofessional conduct, no to poor teaching and delivery, no to poor delivery of learning outcomes and pass rates. Today I pose a few challenges to all teacher unions in this country, in Fiji, and that is to establish awards for best teachers, to establish awards and recognize achievers and leaders who have raised the performance of the schools, to identify poor performers and provide counseling and caution letters to those who are not at par to what we expect them of. Ladies and gentlemen, to do the work, we need a major mindset change of unions in this country. The change in mindset requires collective sharing of the output that the employer is after. For if you fail to deliver onto the output, the employer will fail, and thus the employer should also share the loss of output. Ladies and gentlemen, this is precisely what happens in the private sector. All parties share gains and losses. It is this philosophy of collective responsibility that gives the firm a competitive edge. I am today asking that employees in the public sector change their mindset and adopt this call for collective responsibility as it is in the private sector. Can the unions rise up and accept this challenge? Ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to the day when the unions submit to me a list of names of their members who are not performing and should be demoted or disciplined for shortchanging the employer. The students bringing disrepute to the profession, let alone the employers and unions. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to walk out of the era of bureaucratic protection to an era of nurturing the excellence. If the unions can do this, we are at the beginning of a new era for Fiji's primary and secondary education. The ball is in your court. As I conclude today, I wish to quote a saying from Patricia Cross, and I quote, "The task of an excellent teacher is to stimulate apparently ordinary people to unusual effort. The tough problem is not in identifying winners. It is in making winners out of ordinary people." Unquote. It is this that I've argued, that let's take everyone in and turn them out to be a topper. Let's not take the cream, let's not take the topper and say we're creating or turning out toppers. That is the real test. That is the real challenge. That is the real challenge that I'm posing to all, is let's get out of this mentality of individual groups and address or accept the vision of the Bainimarama government of education for all, immaterial of what ethnicity you belong to, immaterial of where you origin, or what class you originate from. Let's provide quality education to all. Let's embrace the challenges that I posed today. This was, ladies and gentlemen, I now have much pleasure in officially declaring the 2015 Fijian Teachers Association Annual Conference officially open.